Hey everybody, welcome back to an episode of the 3 Count Super. I'm War Machine MJ with a case of the lazies. Anyway, I'm here today to talk about Smackdown from May 15th and May 22nd. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, there we go. Thank you. We kicked off the show. We kicked off the show with Miz TV, where Miz and Morrison's special guest was the new Mr. Money in the Bank, Otis. Where they basically took time to make some jokes. And then eventually Miz he lost it. He flipped his lid, basically talked about how people just fight and scratch and claw for the opportunity of like Money in the Bank when it just plopped right in Otis's hands. He got the hot girl, and Miz won't stand for it. So he basically challenged Otis to a tag team match where he would find a partner. And then they did a little bit throughout the night where Otis asked Sheamus if he could be his partner, and Sheamus just started sarcastically hyping him up and just be like, "You want me to tag with you? No chance." And Mandy Rose says, "Hey, why don't you go ask the WWE Universal Champion Braun Strowman?" And Otis is like, "Great idea. I'll go ask Braun Strowman. Hey, Braun, want to be my tag team partner?" Braun merely said, "You got balls for asking me to be your partner when you're Mr. Money in the Bank. I'll think about it." Anyway, next, we kicked off, we kicked off the Intercontinental Championship interim tournament match between Elias and King Corbin. Now, the background on this tournament is Sami Zayn isn't fit to defend his Intercontinental Championship, so it has been held in abeyance, and there is going to be an interim champion crowned. Dropping all kayfabe, he didn't feel comfortable coming to work, so they decided to name a new Intercontinental Champion. Elias got the victory with a inside cradle pin on the King. So he moves on in the tournament. Next, we had Dana Brooke taking on Naomi, and Dana Brooke got the victory over Naomi with a roll-up, just instantaneous. Next, we got a Forgotten Sons promo. Wow. You know what? I have to read this verbatim from Up Rocks. That's where I get my notes, because WWE's too lazy to put up their actual notes. It's just like pictures and then little captions. But I think Up Rocks just outdid themselves with this description of the Forgotten Sons promo. It says the Forgotten Sons are mad about not being treated like heroes for their military service and want to punch people about it. Bang up. That is awesome. It's just short, sweet, straight to the point. Next, we had Charlotte Flair, who she was part of the brand invitational, blah blah blah, and half of her promo consisted of, "Look at me, I'm Charlotte Flair, look at all the stuff I've done, blah blah blah." Of course, Bayley and Sasha mercifully interrupted her, and well, one thing led to another, and Charlotte tried prodding a rift between Sasha and Bayley, where Bayley wound up just talking over Sasha or talking for her, and Bayley just wound up challenging Charlotte to a champion versus champion match for the following week on SmackDown, which Charlotte accepted. Next, we had more Intercontinental Championship tourney action as Daniel Bryan took on Drew Gulak. And this is about as good as you expected this match to be. It was just fantastic. Trading holds, trading strikes. It's just fantastic. However, Daniel Bryan got the victory by submission with a heel hook. And finally, that leads us to our main event as Miz and Morrison took on Otis and his tag team partner Braun Strowman. Of course, Otis and Strowman got the victory. Afterwards, Otis teased Money in the Bank cash-in like he had calmly set it down, and Strowman just kind of just whipped around, and Otis was just like, just kidding, big man, just kidding. And then him and Mandy hugged it out, and Braun Strowman just kind of like let his guard down, but nothing happened. Next, we move on to the May 22nd edition of Smackdown. Yeah, forgive me. I bit the side of my tongue earlier, so now it's just irritating. That sucks worse because when you have to eat on it, it just annoys the shit out of you. Anyway, next, we kicked off the May 22nd edition of SmackDown with the dirt sheet with the Miz. I called it Miz TV. Shit. The dirt sheet with Miz and Morrison basically making fun of Braun Strowman. They basically inferred that Bray Wyatt loved the Firefly Funhouse puppets more than Braun Strowman, and then they pitched a trio of rejected puppets that Bray Wyatt still loved more than Braun Strowman, including a stupid one that made me laugh. Like, they were all stupid, but this one was like stupid clever. It was a mannequin that looked like Mandy Rose, and it was called Mandy Ken Rose. Damn it. Anyway, Braun Strowman basically came out and said, ah ha ha, y'all got jokes. Ah ha ha, y'all are funny. Of course, Morrison then just started prattling off at Strowman, basically inserting The Miz into an impromptu match with Braun Strowman while The Miz was trying to get Morrison to, slow his roll. And the best line from Morrison's spiel here was, Miz is coming at you swinging like a bag of dimes at a strip club. It's fantastic. Anyway, that led to this impromptu match where Braun Strowman beat The Miz handily. Then afterwards, Morrison challenged Braun Strowman to a WWE Universal Championship match at Backlash. The greatest wrestling match ever. No, seriously, that's a tagline to Backlash. The greatest wrestling match ever. Anyway, challenged him to a 2-on-1 Handicap Universal Championship, which Braun Strowman happily accepted. Next, we had more Intercontinental Championship tourney action as Shinsuke Nakamura took on SmackDown's newest talent, AJ Styles. Of course, he was transferred to SmackDown for future draft pick considerations. Now, we had seen a fantastic match out of these guys. Fortunately, we haven't, prior to this match, we haven't seen one in WWE. But this match blew their whole WWE Championship rivalry out of the water by a landslide. This was a bang-up, fantastic match. However, AJ Styles moves on with the phenomenal forearm. Next, we had SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley taking on NXT Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Anyway, before the match, Bayley told Sasha, "Listen, I want you to hang back, and it's got nothing to do with you winning matches for me. It's just to shut everyone up, saying I can't win matches without you." So Bayley got the victory over Charlotte with a roll up, and she held the ropes for the victory. Next, we had Dolph Ziggler and Sonya Deville taking on Otis and Mandy Rose in mixed tag team match where both parties finally get their hands on one another. Down the stretch, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Well, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville were the legal two, and they were. I'm trying to phrase this properly. Anyway, yeah, it was going down to the pin. Going to the pin, but Otis was being held at ringside by Dolph Ziggler, which makes absolutely no sense considering Otis is supposed to be just a giant lard ball of muscle. Anyway, Otis tried to check on Mandy Rose, but he got taken out by Dolph Ziggler. And once again, Uproxx is amazing with another Forgotten Sons promo description. And it reads, and I quote, "The Forgotten Sons want to kill you for not loving the troops enough." That's all it is. And the worst part that adds to the Forgotten Sons promo is they played a video package hyping up Memorial Day with quotes from Reagan. I just don't understand some things. Next, we had more Intercontinental Championship action to close out that episode of Smackdown, where Jeff Hardy and Sheamus finally locked horns. Of course, Sheamus dominated 90% of this match, but Jeff Hardy got the victory with a roll-up to advance in the tournament, and that's how we closed out SmackDown from May 22nd. So, that being said, I'm War Machine MJ, and don't forget to check out Rodimus Prime's podcast, Prime Talk with Rodimus Prime on the Castbox app. Go check it out. Anyways, I'm the face of the 3 Count Mafia, and I will see you guys next time. Bang!